Our world is full of mysteries, things we don't understand, strange occurrences we can't explain. But some mysteries are more captivating, more unsettling than others. Tonight we're going to discuss one such enigma, one that has chilled me to my core, even as I write these words. It is a tale as old as humanity itself, yet as relevant today as it was in the days of our ancestors around the flickering light of campfires. A story about the darkness that creeps in when the light goes out. I've always been intrigued by the unexplained, the things that go bump in the night, the whispers in the wind that seem to hint at something just beyond our understanding. But this particular mystery runs deeper, touches closer to home. It's a story not just of the supernatural, but of our own mortality, of the thin veil that separates us from the unknown. This is the story of the Shadow People. Now, before we delve into the chilling depths of this mystery, I urge you to consider this. Are we truly alone in this vast universe? Is our existence an isolated island in an infinite sea of nothingness? Or are we part of a grand tapestry woven with threads of unseen realities, dimensions where the laws of nature hum a different tune, and where beings dwell that we cannot comprehend? From the oldest scrolls of Sumeria to the misty Scottish Highlands, stories abound of enigmatic beings that lurk at the edge of our perception. They are the unseen presences that stir in the corners of our eyes, the fleeting glimpses of dark silhouettes dancing on the periphery of our awareness. They are the stuff of nightmares, the embodiment of our primal fears. In the dead of night, when the world is quiet and the walls of your room seem to close in around you, some people report seeing something they can't explain. Dark shapes, human-like silhouettes, standing silently at the edge of the bed, in the corner of the room, or just beyond the hallway. They are not ghosts with faint transparency, nor demons with wings or horns. They are darker than darkness itself, silent figures known as Shadow People. For centuries across cultures, countless witnesses have described the same chilling vision. Human forms with no features, no faces, only black, moving shadows. What are they? Hallucinations? Beings from another realm? Or something lurking just outside of what we understand? These elusive entities, these Shadow People, are not merely figments of our imagination, nor are they simply products of a vivid mind. No, they are threads in the rich tapestry of human experience, patterns that weave through time and space, defying easy explanation. But let us delve deeper, shall we? Let us peer into the abyss and attempt to understand the incomprehensible. Across time and civilizations, the motif of the Shadow People appears, each culture imbuing them with its own nuances. The ancient Sumerians saw them as demons. In Native American lore, they are tricksy spirits. Across Africa, they are known as the Aliyu, malevolent beings that drain the life force from their victims, each telling a chilling echo of the other. Is there a universal truth hidden beneath these diverse tales? Are these stories not just campfire tales meant to scare, but a reflection of a shared reality, a glimpse into a world unseen? Consider the similarities. They are seen at the edge of vision. They seem to exist just beyond our perception. They are dark, shapeless, inhuman. These characteristics are not mere happenstance. They point to something fundamental, something that chills me to the bone when I contemplate it. Have you ever sat in a dimly lit room when the shadows cast by the flickering candlelight danced on the wall? In those fleeting shapes, did you catch a glimpse of something unnerving? a fleeting silhouette that seemed to writhe and twist in ways that no human shadow should. Did you ever turn to find the source of that shape only to realize that you are alone? There are accounts of these beings stirring during sleep paralysis, that terrifying moment when you are aware but unable to move. In this state, the boundary between the conscious and subconscious seems razor thin, and as the line blurs, these elusive shadow people make their presence known. I've read stories of individuals who wake in the stillness of the night, paralyzed, unable to scream, unable to call out for help, and in that dreadful silence, they see them. The faceless, the soulless, the shadow people standing at the foot of their beds, staring at them with an intensity that is otherworldly. And let's talk about the Hat Man, a moniker that sends shivers down my spine even as I utter the words. This enigmatic figure is shrouded in darkness, his face concealed by a wide-brimmed hat. He is often described as tall and gaunt, his form eclipsing the light as he moves through the shadowed realms. Now, the Hat Man is not just a character in a horror movie. He is a specter that haunts the waking hours too. Imagine this: you are working late in an office building, the city lights twinkling outside the window, casting long shadows on the wall. Suddenly, out of the corner of your eye, you see him. The Hat Man, he is standing in the doorway, silhouetted against the soft glow of the streetlights. You turn to face him, but in that brief instant, he vanished. Stories like these are not rare. There are countless accounts from individuals who have glimpsed this ominous figure in the dead of night or in the hush of twilight. They describe him as a harbinger of bad luck, a portent of doom. Some whisper that the Hat Man is a guide to the underworld, a grim escort to the realm of the dead. Others claim that he is a collector of souls, patiently waiting for his charges to grow old and weary. And then there are those who believe that the Hat Man is nothing more than a figment of our collective imagination, a manifestation of our deepest fears. They argue that sleep paralysis, that unsettling state between wakefulness and sleep, is responsible for these eerie encounters. So what do you think? Are the shadow people merely tricks of the brain, or are they echoes from a world unseen? Does the Hat Man stalk the corridors of our reality, or is he a character born of our primal fears? I've spent countless hours poring over ancient texts, studying myths and legends from cultures around the world, and what I've discovered is that the tales of shadow people are not just confined to a single region or era. They are as old as humanity itself, echoing across time and space. In Africa, they are known as the Alu, mischievous spirits that play tricks on mortals. In Native American folklore, they are the skinwalkers, malevolent beings that can shape-shift, preying on the innocent. And in Slavic mythology, they are the domovoi, household spirits that bring misfortune. Each culture, each society has its own version of these elusive beings, each telling as chilling as the last. It would be easy to dismiss these stories as mere superstition, the product of a simpler, more superstitious time. But what if there is more to these tales than meets the eye? What if these myths are not just stories, but fragments of a shared human experience, a collective memory of a reality that lies just beyond our perception? Consider the consistency of these stories across cultures. The shadow people are always depicted as dark, shapeless, inhuman. They exist on the fringes of our vision, always just out of sight. They bring misfortune, madness, and death. Could these myths be pointing to something real, something that lurks at the edge of our awareness? I believe that there are forces at play in this world that we cannot see, hear, or understand. I believe that there are beings that exist outside the boundaries of our perception, and that they are far more real than we like to admit. So the next time you find yourself alone in a darkened room, I urge you to look closely at the shadows cast by the flickering flame. For who knows what may be lurking there, waiting to be seen? The stories of the shadow people are not meant to frighten, though they certainly do that very effectively. They are meant to remind us of the fragility of our existence, of the fine line that separates the known from the unknown. In the face of the inexplicable, we can either turn away in fear, or we can step closer and try to understand. To truly appreciate the depth of this mystery, we must acknowledge both the darkness and the light. We must confront our fears and embrace the unknown. Only then can we begin to understand the true nature of the shadow people. Thank you for joining me on this journey into the heart of darkness. If you found this exploration thought-provoking and chilling, I invite you to share your thoughts and experiences below. Your comments may just add another layer to this already rich and complex mystery.